Hey folks, Neil Barker here at Custom Pod Limited, and today we're going to, for the first time, get our hands on an iPhone 4, and obviously you can see the back needs replacing, it's been smashed. These should be relatively simple to change. We've got the parts on our site, AppleiPodParts.com. You can get the new rear casing there. It's got a plastic film on top, and it's got the frame attached. Genuine part, not rubbish copy with the dodgy writing. All you need to do is transfer over the lens and the flash lens from the old to the new. Right, we're going to need the tool set. Now you can get that from our website, AppleiPodParts.com, and the suction cup, and that's got all the little screwdrivers and the non-marking tools and this and the other. So here we go. Straightforward, the two screws at the bottom. Now this may or may not invalidate your warranty. I don't think there's any stickers on the inside of this, but obviously be aware of that fact. But if you've smashed that, then Apple won't entertain anything anyway. They'll only give you a replacement and at a hefty cost. So we'll take the small screwdriver out of the toolkit, and we're going to go for the two base screws and pop those out. Now the iPhone 4 is a bit different to the 3G and 3GS, where everything is mounted to the front on the iPhone 4, whereas with the 3G and 3GS everything was mounted to the back. So the screen was easy to change on the 3G and 3GS, and the back wasn't. Whereas on this, it's the other way around. So pop those two screws out, and you should, minding your fingers, just be able to slide that up. See that? A little bit of a slide, and when we'll lift it out the bottom, you can use a little suction cup on that to get a purchase. And there we go. Up we lift. You have the iPhone 4 exposed. I mean, how simple is that? I think Apple have well, I'd like to think Apple are being kind in the fact that you can now access the battery and do a battery change, which again is easy. There's no solder joints at all involved. Yeah, hopefully that is why they have done it. So there you go. You got the back off of your iPhone 4. You've got the battery exposed. So if need be, you can do the battery change. So you've swapped everything over onto the new rear casing. The camera lens, we're giving that a wipe, make sure there's no fingerprints on the back. The tiny little diffuser for the flash, and we've transferred over this tape as well. I mean, simply because if the old one had it, the new one might as well, if you can do it. That peeled off and still retained some of the sticky, so that's held down. Now it's quite a simple installation onto the phone. Looking at slotting it on, you know, really gently, finds its own home, and it's probably about 2mm sticking out over the top. All the way down, it's in all the way down the side. So you turn it over, and you're going to push out towards the bottom of the phone. Don't worry about the scuzzy back, because that's just plastic covering over that. So it will go down as far as it wants to, and that's it. It won't go any further. And you get the tiny little screws, the little machine screws, lovely little screws. 1, 2 in there. I'm just going to gently tweak those up. You know, they don't want to be forced. You don't want to force them either, because if you snap them, it's history. I can imagine they'll take some getting out. One by one, gently does it. You know, no need to over tighten. And they do up, and as you do them up, they pull the back down a little bit more, just to put a little bit of tension on. So one by one, just give it a little bit of a tweak, and onto the other side, to the point where they're roughly the same sort of tightness. There you go, and it's pulled the back down lovely, exactly where it was. Two little screws. Obviously you don't want to round those off or anything like that, because it just look ugly. And there you go. You know, this thing powers up okay, and then off comes the rear casing, and you have a brand new rear casing on your iPhone 4. Looks all nice and looks a lot better than that. So there you go, all the parts you can buy, the tools, the parts, and you can get from our site, AppleiPodParts.com. And I'm Neil Barker. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been of help, and keep a lookout. Make our YouTube channel, add it to your favourites, and feel free to place a comment. And obviously keep an eye out for all the guides we're coming. Obviously, as the iPhone 4 becomes the more and more parts we get, the more guides we'll have, as well as iPod and iPhone guides for the 3G, 3GS, all the iPod range. So yeah, I'm Neil Barker at Custom Pod Limited, AppleiPodParts.com, and thanks for watching.